Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
It's week 3 action here in Snellville, Georgia. SSL FC taking on Kalonji Pro-Profile, and it's next.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures!
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Hello everyone, Larry Weaver here alongside Andre Bomar at Shiloh Stadium in Snellville, Georgia. Here for another UPSL Georgia Premier Division action, week 3. This time it is the Kalonji Derby. It is going to be SSL FC welcoming Kalonji Pro-Profile. And this one's going to be an interesting one for us, Ray.
Yeah, it is a very interesting one. SSL has started out in a fine fashion this season. They're actually above Kalonji Pro-Profile in the standings based on the 2 victories they've started the season with. But Kalonji is still going to be favored in this game. They typically can start out really slow, but it all depends on who's showing up, and their lineup is stacked today. So they're expecting to take it to SSL, and we'll see what can happen today.
This match, again, another full stacked weekend, one of 6 matches. It's also going to be at the same time Atlanta United Academy taking on Atlanta Rovers FC over at Marietta. And that match, I think Atlanta Rovers really need to get a result.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that, we were looking at for Atlanta Rovers. How will they respond after such a disappointment from last season? But, boy, they've got a task ahead of them today against Atlanta United. And it's a test for Atlanta United too, Larry. I think, they lost a lot of players through to college, and while they can replace them with more quality, the question is how fast can they gel?
Indeed. Later on this evening, FC Birmingham welcomes league leaders Dalton United FC, and Dalton United have been absolutely in mid-season form. However, FC Birmingham have looked really, really lackluster the first two matches.
Yeah, very, very disappointing start for the season for FC Birmingham. This is a team that we expected to take it to the next level in the playoffs, challenging for playoffs. And right now, it's a question of when can they get cranked, and they don't want to be dragged down into a relegation situation later in the season.
And then tomorrow at 3 o'clock, Atlanta City FC welcomes Legends FC. That match will be at 3 o'clock. Should both of those two teams really need a win, so it's going to be a dogfight for either team. See if they can come out ahead. I think both teams, if they ended it with a draw, they'd be happy as well, but they both need to see some positive points.
Yeah, I think that's a thing with both of them. They're looking to best their results from last season and trying to, more than just stay away from the relegation zone. They want to see if they can actually challenge for a playoff spot. So points count right now, even at this early stage of the season.
And then the late match at 4 o'clock will be UMA FC versus Potros FC. Potros going back down to Callaway Stadium for a second week in a row. We'll be bringing you that match. And it really, UMA, they've had two lackluster matches as well to start the season. Coach Andrew really needs to see a result from his squad tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slow start for UMA, but you brought up something in the Center Circle podcast. UMA started the season with possibly the two best teams, going against possibly two best teams in the division, that being Atlanta United and Dalton United. So those were tall tasks anyway for a team that's being promoted from Division I. And add in the fact that UMA, much like some of the other teams in this division, like Club the Strongest and Atlanta United, have lost a lot of players to college. And so we're looking basically at a U19 team that has been playing well, but just up against superior opposition.
And our sixth match for this weekend was postponed. Club the Strongest, Los Tigres, taking on Vinotinto Atlanta. Unfortunately, their venue has been closed due to construction, so that match will be rescheduled. And then when we look at the standings below, you will see that today's match is currently a balmy 82 degrees, a lot of humidity. There's some rain in the area. Right now, none here, but they might expect a little bit of rain. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if Mother Nature holds off.
Yep. So, yeah, it's we're hoping to avoid some of the storms that have been popping up in the afternoons here in the area. But so far, it's just really hot and muggy for the players, but calm winds and calm weather otherwise.
And as we look at the standings down at the bottom, still at the top of the table, Dalton United with 6 points. SSL, a little surprising, also with 6 points, but in second place due to points, due to the goal differential. Also, Potros FC with 6 points, again, goal differential. SSL and Potros FC really, really surprised at how well they played these first two matches. Not overwhelmingly surprised, but surprised to see that they're in full season form so early in the season.
Yeah, I mean, that's a team that even when they were competing in the Division I playoffs, which is how they made it to the Premier, they won the playoffs. There was some thought that they couldn't even win that, much less do as well as they have these first 2 weeks in the Premier. But that just shows you how football can be. A lot of changes can occur in the offseason, players acquisitions rather, and losing other teams losing players. So it can be sort of a mixed bag, so to speak, when it comes to results. But the bulk of the season is still to come. A lot of changes and switching can go on. So we'll see what happens as the weeks come.
And Atlanta Rovers in fourth place. Atlanta United Academy, they had the second week off, and they find themselves going from first place all the way to fifth place. But don't look into that. They've only played one match. Those other teams have played two. And then Atlanta City FC and Kalonji Pro-Profile, they finish out 6th and 7th place for what will be the playoffs this fall season. And then the outside looking in, as of right now, we've only had 2 weeks. Like we said, Vino Tinto with 3 points. Legends FC, technically they have 1 point, but that match was a postponement at halftime between them and Atlanta Rovers. That match still needs to be finished. So that point can either be increased or decreased. We'll see when that match gets rescheduled for the second part. And then a little surprising, North Georgia United currently 2 losses in a row. They have no points, and they're down there at the bottom with FC Birmingham, Los Tigres, and UMAFC.
Yeah, that's a sad thing to see with North Georgia. I think that they have this weekend off. They are also preparing for U.S. Open Cup match coming up in October, but they have some work to do right now to get themselves into contention like they were last season. They have the quality there, they have the coaching there, they have the organization, but they just haven't had the results so far. So hopefully they'll turn it around for themselves, and we'll see them challenging up there for a playoff spot.
Well, that gets you all caught up on the matches for this weekend and the standings as we come in here to week 3. Currently, we're just waiting for the referees to come back on the field. So with that, we'll step away for just a moment, and we'll be back here in just a few seconds.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome back here to Charlie Jordan Field at Shiloh Stadium, Snellville, Georgia. Premier Division Week 3 in UPSL, Georgia. SSL FC taking on Kalonji Pro-Profile. Currently, right now, we are just on a hold pattern. There was some lightning in the area, just trying to make sure that we are ready to go before we get this kicked off. We'll get some last-minute verification from the referee staff, and we'll get you up to date on all things that are happening here at Shiloh Stadium. And as we are getting ready, we'll continue to get you all caught up on all things that has happened so far in the UPSL Premier Division here in the Georgia Conference. SSL, they were able to really get their season kicked off. 2 great wins for them. In week 1, they were able to have a 4-2 victory over Atlanta City FC. Mohamed Jassa with 2 great goals. Joseph Ayambo with a goal, and Mohamed Fidel also with a goal. And then in week 2, a bit of a shock with that 1-0 victory over North Georgia United. We expected North Georgia United to be a little bit stronger. Koulibaly with the own goal for that only goal in that match. Now for Kalonji Pro-Profile, their first week, they went to Dalton United, and they were beat 3-1 in that match. A really just full form from Dalton United in that match. And then Sean McKeever with the only goal for Kalonji in that match. And then week 2, they welcomed FC Birmingham, and Patrick Okonkwo with a goal and Blake White with a brace saw them with a 3-1 victory over FC Birmingham. So far with Kalonji. Now, it's a little bit of a caveat, Dre, like you were saying from that week 1. Kalonji Pro-Profile took a very, very limited squad up there to Dalton. They only had 9 players.
Yeah, they had 9 players there to play that game. And you find that at this level sometimes where you have a team like Kalonji that do play in multiple different programs, different leagues, different competitions. And so that's what happened last week. And, you know, it's unfortunate that better planning couldn't have been done by Pro-Profile in this case, but it is what it is. And I believe it cost them that game. You're talking about going up against the playoff champions. And so you would want to make sure that you had your best team for that. But priorities can be different with different teams. So that you don't know what that's going to do for the rest of the season. I don't think, Pro-Profile has a worry about missing the playoffs. I don't think that's an issue. But, the division title could be an issue. So, and I just want to interject, I did get confirmation from the referees that there is a lightning delay. There's a lightning detected close enough to the field to warrant a delay of 30 minutes. So, but I think
should be just about
they're
getting done, because they're starting to do the captain check-in right now. And Dalton United, a team that, they've only been around for 2 seasons, and they're already getting a nice full cabinet of hardware, because winning the Division 1 and then coming in, winning the Premier season, going into the playoffs, winning the playoffs, and also winning the Community Cup as we kicked off here in the fall season. So they've got a lot of hardware in that already so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Since they've been in the UPSL, they've done nothing but win honors. And that's really amazing when you consider the talent that's in the both divisions, really, Division 1 and the Premier Division. And they just seem to be there. They've bested Atlanta United in the playoffs, bested Kalonji, everybody that has challenged them. And so it's been a little bit surprising. We knew they were quality before they came into the division, but I didn't foresee them going in and not only winning the Division I title the first time, but also coming in and immediately winning the division playoff final for the Premier and going, you know, a couple of rounds in the national playoffs. So it's amazing to see. It's good to see, and it remains to be seen how they can improve upon that, because it looks like that they've added, you know, some talent to that squad. They're in a talent-rich area. So, boy, it's going to be, you know, sort of a dogfight there at the top of the division this season.
And Kalonji Pro-Profile, the only UPSL Georgia Premier team that has made it all the way to the Final Four of the national tournament. So they have the squad that is going to put forth a massive challenge here for SSL. We'll find out all the things that are going to go down. Just about ready to do the walkout, and we'll step out for the national anthem, and we'll be back here in just a few moments to bring you this match. Ceremony all done, getting ready to kick off here. Last minute high fives and everything. 4-3-3 is what both of these teams' formations are. Kalonji Pro-Profile, they're in their all white kits. SSL FC, they are in their all red kits. Kalonji Pro-Profile is going to be moving from left to right. SSL from right to left.
Yeah, Larry, these are two Kalonji Academy teams, basically. They compete separately. SSL have a point to prove. They want to show the guys at Pro-Profile that they deserve to be the better Kalonji side, and Pro-Profile wants to put SSL in their place, so to speak. So it should be an interesting derby matchup here. One of the rivalries we've yet to see develop within the same academy, but that's the way it is. It's sort of like a hometown bragging rights kind of thing too. But SSL coming to this game above Pro-Profile in the standings. So, you know, right now they win the argument up until this point. Now we got to see how they, you know, roll out with the result of this game.
Christopher Haggerty is our center official for this match. Should be a pretty fair match back and forth. Looks like Kalonji Pro-Profile is going to be the ones that are going to kick it off. Junior Sandoval on the ball. Man that we know oh so well here in the Georgia Conference. One of the better players.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time, played professionally, just a amazing talent, and been a main character for Pro-Profile for many seasons now. Larry, it'll be interesting to see how they both approach this game. Again, they both are Kalonji Academy teams.
And we're off for the first 45 here at Charlie Jordan Field. Kalonji just moving the ball around the back line.
Oh, look at that.
Going to go all the way back to
SSL.
Henry. Trying to get the ball over to Jared Wu, who gets it up to Sumo. Sumo with that large body, even if it is a guy that they probably practice with every single week, he's just able to just muscle him off the ball.
Yeah, he's really good about holding on to that ball against the opposition. Just a big frame person. And so, but SSL, you see already, Larry, they're pressing really hard, but Pro-Profile still trying to work their way through it.
Jerwood gives it back to Sumo. Sumo gives it over to Diakite. Gets it forward, trying to get it up to White.
Ooh.
Over to Jerwood. Just kind of swings at it and misses.
Yeah, didn't quite connect on that one, but he was getting into some space there on that right side. I know that Coach Ahmad, who's running the SSL team there, is one of the coaches that Bruno brought on. I'm sure he's taking note of some of these things that are happening early on in this match.
Rolls out for a throw for Kalonji.
Whoa.
Oh, and that ball just clipped his ankle there as he went to take the shot. Not going to be a penalty, but definitely going to be a foul. You know, no yellow card or anything when I say penalty. We'll take a look at that, and you can see as that ball comes thrown in, and it is over to Cisse. As he went to take a shot, he just stepped.
Yeah, I don't think there was any malice in there, but boy, that can be a devastating type of injury. He's going to be limping for a while. You'll walk that off, but that's going to be a bit of a
You see that
thing for him.
little bit of a limp there.
Yeah.
I believe that's Cisse there, number 8.
Not fun, but here's an opportunity for a Pro-Profile. Junior Sandoval is going to always be in range wherever he takes a free kick.
We saw some absolutely stunning free kicks from Sandoval just the other day, a couple weeks back when they took on UMA.
Didn't quite catch it that time, though. Ball did its job.
Or when they took on, it was North Georgia when they took them on. I apologize, not UMA, it was North Georgia. Went down, but no foul given. Cleared out by SSL. Back to Henry.
Oh, nice.
Henry gives it back to Irving.
Good work by Henry there.
Irving switches the field.
SSL lively in defense. They really are trying to press and force the issue as they get possession here.
You know, we talked about it on the podcast this week. This is really a statement for SSL. They want to kind of put it to their parent company, you know, parent organization, as in Kalonji Pro-Profile. These guys want to show Coach Bruno that, you know, they're at the same level as these guys that you're seeing, the Okonkwo's, the Sandovals, the Sumos.
Yeah, it's interesting, Larry, because I had a chance to speak to some of the SSL players last season when they were in Division I. You know, they ended up winning the division playoff to get promoted to the Premier. But even at that time, many of the players felt like they were as good, if not better, than the Pro-Profile players. So that goes with their confidence in their mind anyway. But what counts is what happens on the pitch now. So they can prove it if they can get a result here today.
Again, good press by SSL. Jerawu sends it back up to Sumo. Good ball, got past the defense. Sumo loves to use that left foot, blocked by SSL.
He loves to shoot also.
Jasa, he sends it and switches the field. Sent forward.
Nicely done.
That up over to Jasa again, number 15.
Good ball in.
Headed.
Ooh.
Little off target, but Henry had to give it the same amount of credit as if it was on frame. He controls it.
Real good first try of the match for either team there. It's a half chance, but it was a chance. Good movement in approach play by SSL that time, but here they are pressing still.
Kalonji sending it forward into the midfield. Goes back to Nesma, who just sends it back forward into the defense. Good run of play from SSL, but they cough it up. Okonkwo not able to work around.
Good lively match so far, Larry. You know, you can tell both teams want to play.
Sorry, that was Diakite, not Okonkwo.
Throw in for SSL. Bad throw in though.
Sumo. He was trying to get it up to Okonkwo. Okonkwo, another player that we know very well around this area, had a stint with Atlanta United. He's been over here with Kalonji Pro-Profile for some time.
Fantastic player, a lot of talent. Key player for Pro-Profile, Okonkwo.
Good press on the SSL player. It's going to get knocked out, but it'll be a throw for SSL.
So far, pretty evenly matched. SSL with the only real chance in the game, but both teams moving the ball well, both pressing well. So we wait for SSL to throw in here. Soccer saves lives. And as the season gets on, we'll get more. Soccer Saves Lives is a charity, and it's something that's a good cause for the youth in the area. So we'll get more information on that and share them in future broadcasts.
Back to Tachi, captain. He sends it forward to Sandoval. Sandoval slots it over to that left-hand side. Good little back heel there.
Ooh.
Slided across the goal there, but easily cleared away by the SSL defense. It'll be a throw.
Yeah, it looks like they got somebody who's going to mark Sumo a bit. As the ball came to him, they were closing down with more than one man. So they see him as a threat that needs to be focused on.
Tachi trying to get the ball over to Sumo, just not able to do so, but they have control once again. Diakite sends the ball forward, trying to get it to Sandoval, just not able to thread the needle. SSL cut that pass off, was Kalonji, and they send it back to Irving. Diakite, Tachi, going all the way back to Henry. This Kalonji squad, they know each other so well. They've been playing here in the UPSL for multiple seasons, played with each other for multiple years. You just can't talk about how much it helps you as a player to have that confidence in your squad.
Yeah, that's why, Larry, when we talked about this on the Center Circle podcast, I think that I want to see them continue to focus on UPSL play with these players.
Number 32, Ochoa, he was able to muscle that ball off of Kalonji over to Jasa, who's trying to send it forward to his brother, Usman. SSL with two sets of brothers on the pitch. Nice little flick forward by Sandoval.
It's onside.
Over to Jerawu. He's going to whip it into the box, but too low and cut off by the defense.
Oh,
cut off
good
again.
tackle.
That'll be a corner for Kalonji. First corner of the match. Looks like this is going to be an outswinger. Into the box, headed, and it just whisks by, and it goes out for a goal kick. Nesma was completely flat-footed on that. Great opportunity for Kalonji Pro-Profile, but it goes none the wiser. Here in the 11th minute, still 0-0. SSL get us back underway. And he ends up handballing it, but it's still going to go out for a throw. He's not going to receive a card for that.
Yeah, I think that was more of a reflex action than anything else.
Yeah, that's these guys spending way too much time practicing with each other, and you're on the practice squad, and not remembering this is a live match. Irving sending it forward, not able to get it to Sandoval, but still able to control it. Nice ball forward. Trying to slide it across the box, not able to do so. There was, I believe that was number 8 that did that. Ooh, good work from SSL. Now they're on the break. Got to get around. Oh, and it's in the back of the net. What a fantastic counter goal for SSL.
Unbelievable start for SSL. What a great opportunity that they took full advantage of.
And we'll take a look at that replay. You can see here, able to get it around the defense. He gets forward. Just him and Henry. Nothing Henry could do. It's in the back of the net. 1-0 SSL.
How does that change things there, Larry? SSL get the advantage now. Are they the real deal?
SSL showing up and showing out here. Charlie Jordan Field. That goal scored by number 23.
That's a start that's going to send shockwaves through the division. SSL, Division I playoff winners, played in Division I last season, get ahead of their Kalonji brethren there, Pro-Profile.
Like we said, they wanted to show out because they wanted to show Coach Bruno. And here's response from Kalonji, just a little bit behind the on-runners, Okonkwo and others. Okonkwo able to gain possession, and there's going to be a foul on Okonkwo.
Things get a little heated out there. Like I say, this is a true derby matchup.
Take a look at that foul really quick. You can see Okonkwo able to muscle off Ochoa.
Lots of contact there.
And Ochoa just comes back and just clips his ankles.
But an opportunity now for a Pro-Profile, Larry.
This is going to be taken by number 25. Over the wall. But it's going to be, I believe they're going to call offsides. That was a head
injury there.
Yeah, when he tried to head that ball, I think he caught a little bit more than he was expecting.
A little head-to-head action maybe. He's gonna
Takes
be
a lot of
okay.
effort. You know, you got to it's not so easy to just hit a ball, especially doing it multiple times throughout a match. It
Takes coordination, and you're fighting against your opponent.
not just that, just physically on the body itself.
And that's why training is so important with these types of things. Get your body acclimated to it.
Irving gives it up to Diakite, who gives it over to Tachi. A lot of space for Kalonji to move around. Bad
Ooh,
pass, and here's
nice
another
move.
potential break, and that's going to be called. Slide tackle there. He's going to be called. Center official just trying to calm things down. Don't want anything to get too egregious and get too far away. We're only in the 16th minute. Again, thank you for joining us here at Charlie Jordan Field here in Snellville, Georgia. A beautiful day for soccer, as we would say. 84 degrees, feels like 88. Tack on maybe another 5 to 10 degrees with a turf. They're definitely feeling it down there. Here in the next couple weeks, we're going to start to see that temperature drop. That's going to be a shoulder-to-head hit there between Okonkwo and the captain of SSL. Foul going to be called on Okonkwo. Jallo hitting the deck on that challenge. SSL get us back underway. And that ball gets sent right back forward from Kalonji. But just nowhere to go. SSL back in possession. Here's a chance for SSL. Bad pass back. Mohamed Jassa. He's trying to do some work down here on this left side. He slots it back, quickly whipped into the box, but able to be deflected into the arms of Henry. Henry's got to be careful, Dre, because we've seen it in the past few seasons where here's Okonkwo with an opportunity. Oh, and it's going to be called. Is it called off?
It went in, but his whistle did go out before he's got a yellow card.
And he's given a yellow card.
It is against
Okonkwo gets
Pro-Profile.
a yellow card issued.
I don't know if we get another
Let's
chance
see if
to
we can
look
take
at
another
that.
look at that, see what we think. You see, as this ball comes forward from Sandoval,
I don't know what happened.
from our angle, I don't see it, but
Must be something from
there
the other
has to be
side.
something on this on the
Maybe
field that we can't see. You got to remember, these referees are far closer to the action than we are.
Well, the referee was very certain about it, even produced a yellow card, so there must be something we couldn't see on the other side, maybe with his hands.
So that's a yellow card issued to Okonkwo here in the 19th minute.
At first, I thought it was an own goal.
Yeah. Foul going to be issued against SSL. Quickly forward is Kalonji. You know, that's the thing, Dre, and that ball goes out for a goal kick. That's the thing about these derbies like this with two teams that are basically sister organizations of each other. It could get chippy quickly because you guys know each other so much and you play together so much.
Yeah, they're trying to prove points to each other, you know, out there, and it can get a little rough. It's all in the family, though.
Nobody fights harder than brothers.
Yeah, that's true.
Sandoval,
Oh.
he takes a shot. Nesma, a little awkward, but he still makes a save.
Yeah, so quick, Sandoval, to make that turn and fire. Got it on target, but not much on it.
Headed back forward, but then cleared out once again by SSL. Tugged back was Usman. No foul given, but Okonkwo now on the ball. Diakite. Good turn. Trying to slot it forward to Okonkwo. That ball somehow.
It is going to go against Pro-Profile, but
I not quite sure how.
I'm not sure.
Okonkwo was called for a foul there as well.
Yeah, I don't think he understands it.
I think he's trying to say that the foul was committed on the keeper, because that collision came between the defender, the keeper, and Okonkwo. Okonkwo right now can't buy a call he feels from the center official.
Yeah, it's the type of thing that could get frustrating here if Pro-Profile can't draw level soon. A little frustration could start to creep in too, not getting calls that you think you should be getting.
It'd be interesting to see if we might see, with being on a yellow card, that Okonkwo gives way to somebody like McKeever.
That could happen. Still early doors yet, but yellow card makes it a little dicey.
Ochoa, he gives it back to his brother, his brother Diego. Again, two brothers in the midfield for SSL and two brothers in the forward for SSL. Diakite, survey in the field. Up to Sumo. Sumo over to that left side. Back to Sumo. He tries to take it with his left, and it gets deflected out for a throw.
Yeah, that's good movement from Pro-Profile that time. Getting across, just couldn't get that final ball through, but they do have that throw in.
Quickly thrown in by Sandoval. Sandoval into the box. Up to Sumo.
Oh, I thought he was going to turn and shoot.
Slotted back to Diakite. He did take a shot. Irving. And it goes out. Should be yes, it is a Kalonji throw. Jerawu thought about taking it quickly, decided to slow down a little bit, let the squad get in shape. Diakite trying to work his way around. Sumo tried to get to it, but it gets cleared out. It'll be a throw. Some dangerous tackles from SSL. So far, no cards or anything. Diakite able to work around two players, but loses possession, goes back to Irving. And there's another foul. That one by Usman. They may have called that originally on his brother Muhammad.
I think it was the earlier contact.
And Usman, they just called it as he did the second. About 40-ish yards out. Irving lifting it to the top of the box. And it's going to get headed away for another throw. Quickly taken. Not the best of throws. Sandoval loses possession, but Kalonji, what a stunner! That should be considered a goal, and it is.
A goal, yes.
Woo, that was a fantastic shot.
Came in right under the goal post. It did bounce a little bit out, but it was well beyond the goal line.
Look at this shot, folks. Sandoval going back, and that one-timed right into goal. Nothing that Nesma could do, and it is now 1-1. Kalonji Pro-Profile and SSL.
Brand new game now. What a great strike to get things level here. It's been coming, and Pro-Profile has been getting more and more into the game. Good movement, good approach play. But that's just a fantastic shot.
I didn't see who it was that scored that. We'll try to get confirmation here in just a few moments.
So brand new game now. 1-1. SSL is going to get us back underway here.
26 minutes, and we're 1-1.
Got a feeling, Larry, that's not the only scoring we're going to see today.
I would have to agree with you, sir. Good fight there in the midfield, but a foul going to be issued to Kalonji. Moving it forward for SSL, going to go all the way back to the back line. Kapia gave it over to Ochoa. He goes all the way back to Ohana. Back to Ochoa. Jumping center ref, able to get past that pass, but loses possession. Kalonji quickly trying to transition. Able to get the ball to Sandoval. He lifts it into the box, trying to get it to Sumo. Sumo's able to it, but he gives it right to Nesma. He didn't really get a good touch on that. Tried to hit it about knee level off the ground.
Yeah, it might have been better if he tried to get that back across to his teammate that was coming on, but maybe he didn't see him.
Here's a counter by SSL. Oh, that was just a horrible pass. He was trying to get it to the running give and go and just not able to do so. Kalonji back in possession, up to Diakite. He sends it long to Sandoval, but a little too long, and Nesma is able to control it.
Good idea. He beat the offside trap.
Ohana up to Ochoa, back to his brother, over to Jallo, to Jasa Muhammad.
Oh, nicely done.
Good turn. Moraquino,
good
he takes a shot. Great save by Henry. Trying to take a long shot there was Muhammad.
Good
Irving
defending.
able to step into that.
Good chance for SSL there.
This game has been exciting from the first whistle. Both of these teams not tempting fate. They're going right after it. Jallo, he sent forward. Morquino, he goes down, but no foul going to be issued.
Yeah, 50-50 ball. Looks like he's going to be
But he's
hurt there.
they're
though.
going to take a moment as he hit the deck pretty solidly there. It was a right into the chest. Probably got a little bit of the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, he'll have to walk that off.
We'll go back and look at that goal just a second ago, Dre, by SSL, and by Kalonji, and this one-time shot just rips into the top of the box.
Almost a half volley, really. Got to do a water break now, hydration break.
Like we said today, with the weather, it is currently 84 degrees with a 4-mile-an-hour wind. Feels like 88. Add on a few extra degrees on that pitch with the turf and the concrete and all that good stuff. So definitely still feeling the heat down here in Georgia as we're getting closer and closer in the fall season.
Yeah, we'll get some cooler temperatures as we get further in to the season, October, especially in November. Should get kind of comfortable.
Like we said, this match is not the only match that's going on right now. Right now, you also have Atlanta United Academy taking on Atlanta Rovers FC. Later on tonight at 8 o'clock, FC Birmingham welcomes Dalton United FC. That is going to be a dogfight for FC Birmingham. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Atlanta City FC takes on Legends FC, and we will bring you at 4 o'clock, UMA FC taking on Potros FC.
Action-packed weekend of action. A lot of things can be shifted around in the league table this weekend.
Like we said earlier before kickoff, after week 1, Atlanta United Academy was in first place solidly. They had a week off. Now they find themselves all the way down in 5th position as Dalton United, SSL, and Potros, all with 2 wins, are all at 6 points. Atlanta Rovers with 4 points. And Atlanta City, Kalonji Pro-Profile, and Venotinto all on 3 points. So a very, very tight first 2 weeks. Here in the Georgia Conference, every point matters.
It really does, and not only the points, but the goal difference is going to be a factor both in playoff contention as well as for the division title, and also the fight against relegation. Those things can come into play. So a lot to play for, a lot of reasons to score your goals when you can.
We saw in the spring season goal differential being a huge factor in the playoff structure. Dalton United only dropping 6 points throughout the season to take the regular season title.
I expect it'll be even closer this season. So many compelling stories coming out of this season, both from a player point of view and from a team point of view. And we'll cover it all for you here at ASMG.
Back underway here in the 33rd minute. 1-1 tie between SSL and Kalonji Pro-Profile. Long ball forward, but not able to get it to Sandoval. And SSL gained possession.
Oh, fought through that.
Good fight on the SSL squad. Long ball forward. Henry just able to get there.
Oh, so close.
Threading that
from
needle
Henry.
and then some.
Yeah.
Kalonji back to Tachi. Longtime captain of the Kalonji squad. This ball forward to Sumo. He gives it over to Jerawu, who takes a quick shot, and that is going to go out for a goal kick.
Didn't connect.
Not a bad thought.
Yep. Good to see Sumo kind of.
He just had
pull
a
that
little
ball
bit
back.
of disruption from the SSL player, and it ends up going wide. Nesma gets us back underway, but he gives it right back to Kalonji, who in turn give it right back to SSL. Usman trying to work around Irving. He was able to for just a moment, but Henry stepping in there and gaining control of the ball. Gives it back to Irving. Irving formerly was with Seas United for a few seasons several years ago before coming over to Kalonji Pro-Profile. Sumo working down the line to Jerawu. Into the, try to get it right to the top of the box, but a great heading defensive cutoff by SSL. Oh, and Usman goes down really quickly. You could see him grabbing his hamstring. You really feel bad for Usman there because he was ready to make a run, and he instantly knew something was wrong.
Yeah, that didn't look good. You know,
take a look at this.
Maybe it's a cramp.
You can take a look at this, Dre. You see this, as this ball gets forward, he starts to make the run, and you see right here.
Yeah, yep. Nobody around him.
Those are the worst, is when nobody's around.
I'm hoping it's just a cramp. Those things can happen too, like that, out of the blue.
Yeah, you have to remember that, you know, we talk about it all the time. Hydration isn't just the day before. It's got to be days before, weeks before.
He's back up. That's good to see.
He's
trying
still
to
feeling it.
yeah.
Probably not a bad idea for a substitution for SSL, because you can see not feeling well at all. Coach Tumasi, he's going to have to make a decision.
He's trying to walk it off.
And I can see Coach Tumasi over there writing up a substitution right now. So I think that could be the end of the day for that's actually Muhammad Jassa. It wasn't Usman, his brother. It was actually Muhammad.
Yeah, caution might be the best course. You got plenty of substitutes on the bench there. You don't want to risk further injury if you can avoid it.
Let's see who is going to be replacing him here in the 37th minute. First substitute for either squad here in the 37th minute.
He's going to hopefully drop ball that. Hopefully we'll have a update here from the other game, trying to get the update on Atlanta United against Atlanta Rovers.
And it's number 7 who just came on. That ball's going to go out for a throw. See if we can get did not have numbers on the substitutes. We'll see if we can get who that substitute is from Coach Tomasi, and we'll relay that to you. Kalonji lose possession. SSL. Usman goes down. No foul is going to be called for that.
The ref is asking him to go ahead and get up.
Jarawu gives it right back to Diakite. He's looking for space, able to get some.
And
Up to Sumo. Sumo having a little trouble getting out from under his feet, but he's at forward. Few scissors, but he loses possession. Sumo is so reliant on that left foot that he immediately moves to the left. Here's a headed in to the box, but it's going to be cleared out. It's going to be a throw for Kalonji. Tried to get that ball to Sandoval, just not able to get it, and it knocked over and out. Quickly thrown in. Sandoval trying to go back, loses possession, but it goes right back to Irving. Irving decides he wants to get a go for it, very ambitious, and that ball sent all the way over to Lilburn.
Crowd giving him a little stick on that one.
Yeah, they definitely gave it. A lot of the Kalonji Academy here today, they had a little bit of a proceeding that happened before this match, so they all got to hang out, get to watch this wonderful match between two of the top teams of the academy. This is where some of these younger players are hoping to find themselves here in a few years. It's going to be knocked out, quickly thrown back in. Tachi. Time on the ball. He sends it forward to Sandoval. Good turn by Sandoval.
Oh,
up
nicely
to
done.
Sumo, but great presence there by Nesma to get on his horse, clear that ball out. Ochoa Jallo sends it forward. Usman able to control it, but he's not able to get around Irving and Tachi. They give it to Henry, and he gives it back to Irving. Tachi now. Here in the 41st minute. We'll see how much stoppage time we get. Jerwu to Diakite to Sandoval. Sandoval thought about sending it long. And that ball gets knocked out. It'll be a throw for Kalonji. To Diakite. Back to Sandoval. Sumo. To Diakite. Good step by SSL. Win possession.
Good defensive position.
Choa, he got it over.
Ooh.
Nice work there by number 7. But he's not able to get around that. Oh, there's a great little step.
Oh.
Morquinho is absolutely
It's on fire.
in an element today. Usman,
Oh.
great shot.
Oh!
Got it. Oh, and it
Oh!
hits the top bar.
Can you? How did that stay out?
Morquinho should have had a brace.
Oh, that should be 2.
That should be a brace for Morquinho. He had that great shot earlier in the match to get SSL started on the board.
Oh, what a great moves, great approach play too by SSL to get in that position, but off the bar.
We'll take a look at it here when we have a moment. Kalonji back on the march. Sumo trying to dance around the defense, not able to do so.
Trying to get on that left foot.
That's just all he has right now. He's just Diakite slotted in and
boy.
cleared out. Woo, that was dangerous. It's going to be a corner, second corner of the match.
Could
The
have been
only 2
anything.
corners.
Update.
Okay, as of right now, an update in that match that's going on right now between Atlanta Rovers and Atlanta United. Atlanta Rovers with a 2-0 lead right now. That is what Coach Ayub needed.
Very interesting result so far. They're in the first half also.
Outswinger, and it's headed deep out by Sandoval. Oh, is actually, they said the defense.
Yeah,
I thought that was
yeah.
Sandoval that cleared that, but they say center ref says it was the defender.
Yeah, must
Here
have
comes
somehow
another-
come off of him.
Another outswinger. That time,
Still in.
Irving.
Oh,
Nesmith right on the line, able to save that.
good save.
Usman,
Uh-oh.
he's not able to get completely around, and it's going to go out
Yeah.
for a Kalonji. That gives us a chance to look at that opportunity by SSL a few moments ago.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to
and
see
look
that.
at this opportunity. Usman,
Great move. And there. Oh, just he needed to head it down.
yes, he had all the opportunity. All he had to do was put that down, and it was 2-1 for SSL. Not able to do so.
Open net.
Here comes Kalonji. Good clearance by the defense for SSL. Able to work around the attack of Kalonji.
What a game.
Ochoa. Good movement. SSL looking so good. And there's a foul committed.
A little rough.
He's telling center ref, and you're going to end up getting a yellow card there just for being silly. Number 8.
Referee's not having it. They need to just calm down. I don't want to see a red card in a game like this.
That's 2 yellow cards issued to Kalonji Pro-Profile this first half. Coming into the 45th minute. We'll see if we have any extra stoppage time.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the 4th official.
5 minutes is what the center official says.
Seems an awful lot for the.
Well, you know that you had the
Oh, there was the
You had
stoppage
you had the water break. You also had the 2 injuries.
That's true. Yeah.
Right to the top of the box. Shot taken. And
it
somehow
dribbles
it
in.
finds its way into the back of the net. Holy moly, everybody.
That was in slow motion. I think
Henry
it
doing
wrong-footed Henry.
What a goal for SSL. They had that opportunity a few moments ago, and it slipped by them. Not this time. Look at this, folks. Slotted to the top of the box. He hits a dribbler, and Henry off his line. He has no way of getting there, and it's 2-1.
He mishit it, Larry, and it still dribbled in. Kind of wrong-footed Henry, I think. I think he was headed in another direction, and it just dribbled past him. He just couldn't catch it. Unbelievable. They go ahead right before halftime, too. Critical time to score a goal like that. Still a few minutes of stoppage to go.
You know, we talk about it so often. We talk about response time.
Indeed.
And Kalonji, they need to respond, and they need to respond quickly.
It's a bit of a shocker, I mean, when you think about it.
Here goes Sumo, streaking down the side, lifted into the box.
Oh,
what a wonderful goal!
That is going to be one of those goals of the season.
A Conquo, and there's just
a
a silly interaction between 2 players. A Conquo did not need to even get involved.
No, he didn't. He just needed to leave. He scored
He's
the goal and just walk away.
And he's already on a yellow. No
Like
cards
I said,
issued.
We knew there was going to be a lot of
Look
emotion.
at this, folks. Look, Sumo lifting it in, and a Conquo. My word, what a goal.
Guess what goal we're going to see in Goals of the Week coming up this weekend?
That one right there is going to be number 1 in our hearts and minds.
I thought Kim's goal last week was phenomenal. That one beats that one.
And we have a conversation going on. Let's see.
Oh, got a little lightning in
the 4th official in the AR. We're having a conversation. Now the 4th official and the center official, they're going to have a little bit of a
I really
powwow.
hope we don't have any dismissals here.
I believe we might have a situation on the bench.
On the bench, maybe, yeah.
A yellow card issued to somebody on the bench.
Boy,
it looks like it might be Mohamed Jassa who came off that was issued to.
Yeah, he's going to talk.
And he's coming back to have a conversation with that defender, Gapia.
Just a talking to, though.
And he's telling him, you got to be smart.
That's
cut
it.
that out.
Yep, that's it. That's the warning you're getting right there. But, man, just after you said response time, Larry, the most amazing goal comes from Pro-Profile. We got a brand-new game now. I'm sure we're close to the allotted time for stoppage.
Like we said, 5 minutes of stoppage time. That was an absolute sensational goal by Patrick Okonkwo. Jassa, woo! He thought he had something there.
Whoa. You can't rest at all in this game. Back and forth from both teams. They really want it. As we saw earlier, a lot of emotion in this game.
Take a look at this chance by Jassa here.
Yeah, please.
He's a good 40 yards out, and he takes
40
it.
Yards. Oh, just a little bit off.
Just a little off. Diakite to Irving.
That would have been an amazing goal if it had connected.
Irving with a long ball forward. Sandoval able to control it. Give it back to Sandoval. Good turn. He takes a shot, but it dribbles out, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Coming into the 50th minute. Like we said, 5 minutes of stoppage time is what the center official called for. We had a little bit of time between the conversations after that tying goal by Kalonji Pro-Profile. So we may see it extended to closer to 7 minutes of stoppage. So we could see as far as 51, 52 minutes.
And the way this game is going, that could be 1 or 2 more goals.
Yeah. And there's just not able to control it. The only substitute of the match so far. Jerwu gets us back underway.
Type of game that's really good for the fans. So much action. Both teams want this game.
Heel flicked by Okonkwo. Sandoval controls it. Tries to work around the defender, and it'll go out for a corner. Only 3 corners in this first half, all of them by Kalonji Pro-Profile. This will be an in-swinger.
What a great advertisement for Kalonji Academy teams.
Into the box, but headed away by SSL. Headed forward and controlled by Kalonji.
Throw in.
They're going to go ahead and consider that a throw in because that was right on the line over there.
Still some time here.
Yeah, I'd see. We probably got maybe 90 minutes, or not 90 minutes, 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I step on my words.
90 something. And here's a chance again for Pro-Profile.
Give an opportunity to get it into the box. It's only about 25 yards out. Over the wall, into the box, but cleared out by Gapia. And indeed, there is.
Yeah, you called it right on the button.
About 52 minutes, or yeah, right at 52.
What a whirlwind first half, though.
So we go into halftime, 2-2 SSL versus Kalonji Pro-Profile. And this is exactly what I want to hear. Tell me your thoughts on that first 45.
Most impressed with SSL. You know, I've been waiting to see if it was a fluke the first two games. You know, they've ended up with 6 points from 6. Today, I think we see that SSL mean business. There's no doubt about it now. They're playing one of the best teams in the division with some of the best players, you know, playing at the top of their game, and they're matching them right now so far. It's anybody's game.
And if it wasn't for that mistake by Morquino, they could be 3-2.
Indeed, yeah. Coming in under the bar with that header when he could have headed it down. Yeah, it could be a 3-2 deal.
So that'll be it for the first 45 as we step away for halftime. It's SSL FC 2, Kalonji Pro-Profile 2. We'll be back in a few moments.
My name is Bruno Kalonji. I'm the owner and the founder of Atlanta Youth Soccer Foundation. We use soccer positively to impact and change the course of lives in the underserved community here in Atlanta. We started our soccer program in 2014 here in Gwinnett County. Soccer in the United States is a pay-to-play model, and oftentimes children in the underserved community cannot afford to participate because they don't have money. And if they are able to obtain a scholarship, they lack of transportation to get to practice. AYSF has allowed our players to not just be able to cover the registration cost, but we provide transportation, food, clothing, and all other necessities that allow our players to become part of the soccer community. Currently, we provide scholarship to over 40 underserved players.
2 clap, 2 clap, 3 clap, 1 clap, 2, 0.
To those players, the opportunity to get out of the environment and to be included in a prestigious soccer means the world to them. They work harder, they take their training seriously, and they give their best both athletically and strive to do well in school. What we do here at AYSF gives children the opportunity to become well-rounded citizens in our community. Thank you.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans. So they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Welcome back, everybody, to Charlie Jordan Field at Shiloh Stadium here in Snellville, Georgia. 2-2 is where we find ourselves between SSL FC and Kalonji Pro-Profile. Larry Weaver here alongside Andre Bomar, bringing you all the wonderful coverage here. And it has been an absolute excite fest between these two matches, these two teams back and forth. And both teams want to get the victory over top of each other.
Yeah, I mean, we knew going into this game they would go after each other. These are both Kalonji teams from the academies. They have points to prove to each other. Pro-Profile want to show their dominance. SSL want to show that they are just as good, if not better, than Pro-Profile. And at this current time, it's 2-2. And so it's anybody's ball game. So maybe they can prove their point, SSL. But there's still a lot of firepower with Pro-Profile for the second half, so it's all to be seen.
And Kalonji Pro-Profile kicked it off in the first half, so it's going to be SSL that'll kick it off here in the second 45. They're in the all-red kits. They're going to be moving from left to right. Kalonji Pro-Profile in their all-white kits, moving from right to left. This is one of two matches that are currently going on right now at halftime over at Atlanta United Academy Training Grounds. Atlanta Rovers with a 2-0 lead. That is a major, major result so far. We'll see if Atlanta Rovers can step away with that victory. That'll be a massive, massive result for Coach Ayub.
That will be a huge result for Rovers and something that'll change things for them as we get started here for the second half.
Second 45 underway here, Charlie Jordan Field. Fantastic form by both teams in that first half. No playing around, taking time to figure it out. It's go forward with all you got. You will definitely see some of those goals highlighted in the goals of the week. For sure, because that goal by Okonkwo probably going to be the goal of the season. We're only 3 weeks in, but that's going to be a hard bar to step above.
Yeah, fantastic strike there. Surely to feature on goals of the week at least.
Kalonji working through. Sandoval over to Okonkwo. Okonkwo, one of two players that are on yellow cards, so we could see his day end early if Coach Bruno wants to take it conservative.
Gonna go with the corner here.
I believe I saw the center ref pointing towards the goal, but
yeah, the
that
AR
had
did
to be
as
a
well.
corner.
The AR did indicate corner, so it looks like they are taking positions.
That ball rolled all the way back there to that back area, as you can see, because it is a large field here at Charlie Jordan Field.
Yeah, I think.
I believe he's calling is he calling a foul before they got
maybe,
to the
yeah.
corner? That is what they're doing. They're calling a foul right about 21, 22 yards out. You see Sandoval over top of that. You would have to say this is right in Junior's territory.
Yeah, definitely within reach. SSL keeper's going to have to get his wall position just right for this.
Going to be a three-man wall. Sandoval headed off of the player, and it's going to go out for a corner. That'll be the fourth corner of the match. Like we said, all corners so far in this match have all gone to Kalonji Pro-Profile.
Yeah, Wall did his job in that case. A little shaken up, I believe.
Yeah, that's like we talked about earlier in the match. I mean, you've got to not only be mentally prepared, but also physically prepared to take a shot like that. It's going to be an in-swinger. Whipped into the box, headed away by the defense. SSL, here's a transition. He's going to be called for a foul.
A little bit of delay on the whistle there, but I think maybe he's trying to see if he needed to play some type of advantage. But
it's probably the right call to make.
Kalonji get another opportunity here.
And this one going to be about 33 yards out. Diakite over the ball. And it's going to be a two-man wall for SSL.
It's not too far out. He strikes it right.
Lifted into the box, and it bounces over, hits the American football, and a goal kick.
It's a bit bizarre. That thing could have just dropped in.
It thought about it. It had eyes for the goal. It just didn't have enough dip.
Yeah, he tried to position that in. He didn't use power. He used his finesse on that one. Just a bit over. Not by much, though. Goal kick for SSL.
Another absolute gorgeous weekend here in Snellville, Georgia. Wind picked up during the halftime.
Got some more clouds rolling in.
Kalonji on the attack. Slotted over. Nesma able to get a touch on it. Oh, and he got a foot on it from Sandoval. Another shot taken. This one finds the back of the net. SSL trying to do everything that they could to keep that out of the goal. They just couldn't clear it in time.
Pro-Profile just queuing up to get that one into the back of the net.
That was a team effort. Take a look at this one, folks. Saved the first one, foot save, and then this one just eyes it in. A bit of a, looked like maybe even a little bit of a flick touch by Sumo. And it is now 3-2, Kalonji Pro-Profile and SSL.
Yeah, that could turn out to be a very important goal there. SSL struggling on the back foot even before then with two successive free kicks there. Finally, the bending broke.
And this is now response time for SSL as Ochoa tries to send it forward to Morquino, not able to do so.
Oh, nice move.
Tugged back by Ochoa, and Ochoa's going to get a yellow card for that issue.
Not sure it was necessary at that part of the field.
Mauricio Ochoa with the yellow card. Sandoval get us back underway quickly. Trying to get it up to Sumo. It's headed out. It'll be a throw. This is where it's an opportunity for Kalonji to really show their stride over SSL. They've been in this position many, many times.
Yeah, it's a team that never really panics even when they go down. We've seen it in regular season. We've seen it in post-play, national playoff play. They just never get worried. Just play the game.
Trying to get that ball forward. Able to control it there for a second. Got to be careful with that challenge by SSL. No foul. Switch of the field. Marquinhos. He's had such a great day. He's able to get around Sandoval. Diakite.
I think it was going to be a whistle or something. He stopped playing.
Diakite just staying on him, and he's able to earn a goal kick. Didn't give up. He'd been fighting with him for 30, 40 yards and is able to stick with it and earn that goal kick. Kalonji working out of the back slowly. Okonkwo over to Diakite. He sends it forward to Sumo, but cut off by SSL. Sandoval, he's able to get it forward. Sumo not able to get around the defender. Great work by the defender back there for SSL. He's probably played against Sumo so many times during practice that he knows everything that's in the toolbox for Sumo. There's a ball given up by Sandoval. SSL working that left side. Able to get the ball forward. Lifted towards the box, but it bounces just easily into Henry's arms.
So your Pro-Profiles come out in the second half in full control.
Irving, he loses possession in the midfield, but they give it right back to him. Tachi lifts it into the midfield to Sandoval. He tried a little bit of a fancy flick. Not going to do it, but Okonkwo able to control the possession. This ball up to Sumo.
He's on.
Sumo's on the run. You know he wants to use that left foot and then clear it out for a corner. You know, I really feel like for Coach Bruno, he really needs to have Sumo play on the left wing, not the right wing, because it just gives up so much opportunity because he wants to use that left foot.
Yeah, he reminds me of Ryan Giggs in his early career, very heavily left-footed, and he always had to try to cut in if he was on the right side. And that's what's happening with Sumo.
Here comes an outswinger. Headed straight up in the air by the defense.
Oh!
Flicked. Oh, and it hits the top bar and
My
out. Sumo,
goodness.
he tried to get a little fancy with that one.
Almost got it in, though.
We'll take a look at that because that was worth a mention. You see this ball as it's sent into the box. Headed straight up by the defense. Kapia. And then Sandoval, he puts it back in the box. And then just a tiny little flick by Sumo. But he hits the top bar and it goes out for a goal kick. And now we have a throw for SSL. Starting to see some pressure by SSL. Again, SSL the only team with a substitution so far. 7 substitutes are allowed in the UPSL. There's going to be a foul. That one's going to be about 43 yards out, so they're just going to get it back underway. No sense trying to take a long shot like that.
Yeah,
Baldy, he gets it forward, haven't called his name much this game.
Ooh.
And there's going to be the first corner for SSL.
It seems like SSL needs a little bit of possession now to get their rhythm back. Pro-Profile seems to have taken them out of it in the second half.
Now it gives us an opportunity to see what SSL has in regards to set pieces. This looks to be a in-swinger.
Referee's going to go have a word over here with a little scuffle.
Looks like Jallo's going to be the one that's going to be, you see him having the conversation over there. Jallo's going to be the one that send this ball into the box. Oh, right on the line.
Almost directly from corner.
Cleared away, shot taken. And he just pulls it wide. Is Ochoa.
Deflected, though.
But it is deflected. It will be another corner. That was a really good opportunity. Jallo got that ball right into.
Yeah, he almost curled it directly into the goal from the corner.
I believe that was. It's actually Leonard. Another in-swinger headed straight up in the air by Tachi.
Oh, let it bounce. Bounced again.
It's just bouncing everywhere there.
Ooh. That was an iffy chance there.
Yeah, they must have had a substitute at halftime because Jallo was the captain in the first half, and now number 6, Leonard, is the captain. We'll see if we can figure out who it was that was substituted on. But that doesn't matter because right now SSL is on the attack. foul committed there by Sumo. SSL get us back underway. Lifted into the box. Tachi clearing it straight up into the air to Diakite. But they lose possession. Lose it yet again. Diakite to Sandoval. Sandoval able to hold on to it long enough to get it up to Sumo. Or no, I'm sorry. Can't see who that is. But that's Sumo. And it goes right to Nesma. And it is controlled by SSL.
Oh, poor first touch. Ooh.
Ooh, just over the bar. Got out of nowhere, that one come whipping in.
Really good. Got a hold of that, just didn't get it on target. As we wait for the ball to be replaced. No ball boys here, so it takes a little while to get that ball back into play.
I believe number 8 is a Yambo for SSL.
Collision.
Here comes SSL on the attack. Over.
Oh.
Shot taken. It's in.
Look at that.
Another wonderful goal from SSL. And we were just talking about him.
Good break from SSL on that left side coming through.
That goal coming from number 6, Leonard.
Pro-Profile could not adjust to that break.
We'll take a quick look at it. You can see he's enjoying that one. It is now 3-3.
What a game this has turned out to be. And the implications of a result like this could be far-reaching as the season goes on. It's all square, brand new game now.
Yeah, because we noticed at the beginning of the match when we were talking in pregame, Kalonji Pro-Profile brought their best today. And just like we thought, here in the 62nd minute, Patrick Okonkwo's day is done, and bring on the new man to Kalonji Pro-Profile, previously from North Georgia United.
Yeah,
Sean McKeever has taken.
Yeah, he was a bright spot in that first game that they lost to Dalton United. He was the only scorer for Pro-Profile in that game. So this could provide a spark for them today.
And it's a good decision because with Okonkwo on a yellow card.
Yeah, you don't want to get down to 10 men through a silly second yellow. But McKeever's going to come in, fresh legs. Whoa.
Henry with a hard challenge.
Yeah, Henry didn't like that.
No, not at all. Let's see if the center official, if he's going to just give a talking to or if he's going to issue a card. I think it's just a talking to
I don't see a
Usman.
card in his hand. Yeah, he's just getting a word.
Just let Usman know that you got to be careful. You got to protect keepers. Keepers are always near and dear in our heart.
He's got to place it correctly for the free kick here. Here we go.
Back underway. 63 minutes into this matchup. Kalonji Pro-Profile, SSL 3-3.
Boy, the quick strike ability of both of these teams is something to watch.
And this has turned out to be the derby that we were hoping for.
Yeah, and it's delivering.
Leonard, he's able to get the ball back. Baldy back up to Leonard. Leonard, fancy footwork up to Usman, but he's going to be called offsides.
step off because he's breaking
Wasn't
for
by
that.
much.
Yeah. I think we got a cramp down here near side.
That was the
He gets back on the field so he can
so
stop
he
play.
so he can stop play. First half leading scorer for SSL, Morikino. Whatever you can do to save a few minutes for your squad, right?
There you go. Let him reset. Yeah, that's a conditioning issue, though. These
Yeah,
cramps.
you know, we talk about it. You gotta hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. You gotta
days in
have good
advance.
nutrition, and you gotta have hydration.
Yeah, he's been number 29 there. He's been struggling with that most of the second half. He may have to come off.
Center official.
Yeah, he's asking for it too.
Getting more.
He's asking
control.
for a substitute.
Yeah, he's asking. Yeah, his day is done.
He might need to lay back
We'll
down.
see who. Coach Tumasi. You can see someone already coming over that's getting ready. Coach Tumasi will have to make a change there. That ball sent forward. Hard run. McKeever making that SSL defender work. He's going to earn a foul. Again, week 3 is where we find ourselves in the Premier Division. SSL FC, Kalonji Pro-Profile.
Yeah, pretty soon this division race is going to take shape as we get some of these results in after week 3.
Yeah, this is when you know where the fight is.
Well, I think we know from today that SSL is for real. 2 early victories are not a fluke. Oh, nice.
Good flick by Sandoval, and now McKeever is on the ball. He makes a good turn. Lifts it into the box, but not able to get it to his man. Nikite, Sandoval. Shot taken, deflected by the defender for SSL. Will go out for a throw. Gaipia, he put his body on the line on that one.
Yeah, see McKeever trying to get more and more into this match since he's come on. Looks like that substitution is going to come up.
Yeah,
Finally come
because you
on
can
for
see
this.
Morquinha, he's on the pitch again.
Yeah, I think those cramps are going to do him in for the rest of the day here. He's going to need the physio.
And we can see he's going to be replaced. Looks like number 39, I believe, is what I just saw. See if I can find you potentially a name. It's been a really good match, Dre. Both teams really nonstop action. They're going to let Morquinho come off on the near side and let the newly entered player come in on the far side. And that's going to be number 39. Sandoval. Sumo takes a swipe at it.
2 blocks.
Newly entered player trying to send it forward to Usman. That ball gets sent back all the way to Irving. He's able to run it down. Long ball sent forward to the far side. Able to control
nice
it.
first touch.
Great control. Over to Sumo. He tries to flick inside. Oh, what a
missed you.
opportunity by Sumo.
Could have broken the deadlock there. Couldn't direct it, though. Good turn on him, though.
Look at this opportunity. You got Sumo now in the central forward position. Long ball over to that right-hand side.
See Sumo breaking there, waiting for it. Nice
Good.
turn.
And just didn't get a good touch on it. You could see his body was pulling him away, so he just kind of swiped at it, and it sent it hard and wide.
Yeah, sort of like a slice in golf, you know, just couldn't quite get that angle right as he was falling backwards.
So that should be, I believe, 3 substitutions for SSL so far in this match. Only 1 for Kalonji that we know of. Unless there was any opportunities of changes at halftime that we missed. Diakite able to dance around in that midfield and send it forward. Back to Diakite. He takes a swipe at it and it just deflects up in the air. McKeever slotting it over, headed away by the defender. McKeever, another chance, and he sends it over the bar and out for a goal kick. You already see major changes with McKeever on the right, Sumo on the central, and then on the right-hand side, I can't see who it is that's been working over there on that right-hand side.
Yeah, McKeever's going to be a factor on that left side.
But you see Sumo moving back to that right side and giving Sandoval more of a central position now. That's the one thing about Kalonji. They're able to move and fluctuate so much. Give up the ball. Kalonji just able to get ahead on it to keep it away from Sandoval. And they send it long. Irving with a good touch to control it and give it back to Henry. Henry gives it over to Tachi. Diakite. Diakite with the long ball forward. Able to get it to Sumo. Nesma coming out of the box. Sumo not able to get it lifted into the box. It was more of a cross. That ball whipped in, trying to get to Sandoval, not able to do so. Foul by Sandoval on Ochoa. It's getting wild and crazy out here in the 71st minute. It's end-to-end action.
The score is a pretty good reflection of the action on the field, too, at 3-3. Plenty of offense, lots of skill, lots of flair out there.
Usman trying to get around that defense of Kalonji, not able to do so. And that's going to go out for a throw. You know, we've talked about it so many series and seasons, Dre, where Kalonji with that multi-man defense, they just come back and they defend in those bunches. They're just able to hold off those attacks like that.
Yeah, it's impressive to see. It seems to get better and better as the game goes on.
Shot taken and it goes wide.
It looked a little dangerous as it left his foot. SSL playing pro-profile toe-to-toe here. Very telling game, I think.
I would have to say, coming into this match, if we would have said it was going to be a tie, I don't think either one of us would have expected that.
Yeah, I fully was expecting a domination by pro-profile, and I underestimated what SSL can do here. But they've proven their point so far.
Diakite with the long ball forward, trying to get it to Sandoval, not able to do so. But that ball is going to go out, and it's going to be a corner for Kalonji Pro-Profile. That'll be their 5th of the match.
Another scoring opportunity for Pro-Profile.
Looks like Sumo's going to take this one quickly. Into the box, but cleared away. Good control. Back to Irving. Got a substitute ready for Kalonji Pro-Profile. We'll see who it will be for. Good lift into the box, headed away once again by SSL. Oh, just a horrible touch, let him down there.
Got it trapped under his feet a little bit.
That newly entered player, you know, that's one of the things, you know, you just came in. And it looks like number 8's day is done for Kalonji. That was the other player that had a yellow card for Kalonji, so that's a good decision there.
Yeah, I think Pro-Profile wants to make sure that they get the best out of this game. They understand that, you know, every point counts at this point. And that, like I said, that first loss that they had against Dalton United can be a real big issue as the season goes on, depending on what happens with the other teams. But SSL has been quite surprising.
Here's the SSL on the attack. Kalonji with control. Sumo hits it with his right, and this time it's in the back of the net. Sumo with the goal.
Finally, Sumo puts it in.
He finally used that right foot.
Just what we need. He's been threatening all game long, especially in the second half. He finally gets it across the goal line.
And let's take a look at that on the replay. Great ball forward. Sumo, he's able to get around Gapia, and he slots it right past Nesma.
And like you say, it was his right foot. His weaker foot.
Fantastic. It looks like
I do have a final for you.
Final of that Atlanta United.
Atlanta United and Rovers game. Atlanta Rovers did defeat Atlanta United 3-1.
3-1. That is a massive result in this fall division, folks. Atlanta Rovers over Atlanta United Academy. They are going to do the hydration break here in the 76th minute. It's 4-3, Kalonji Pro-Profile over SSL. And let's take another look real quick at that goal to break the deadlock from Anthony Sumo. Receives that ball, working around Gapia, hits it with his right, and he's just able to tuck it into that side netting past Nesma to get the 4-3 lead.
So strong on the ball, just held off the defender and ran past him to slot that in. That's what he's really good at doing.
It's one of those, maybe he hears us and knows it, where he sucks the opponent in by continuing to use his left again and again and again, and then when the time is right, switches to his right, puts it into the back of the net. Yeah,
I mean, a lot of players, a lot of teams know that he's heavily left-footed, and so they try to push him away from that strength he has over to the right. But he can use that against them as well, so he's done really well this time. Get started back here with SSL to kick off.
And right before that goal, Kalonji Pro-Profile had a substitution, number 31, Kevin Diaz, coming on to the pitch. Profile just needs to see out 15 minutes plus whatever stoppage time is, and this will be a major, major win for their fall campaign. See if they can get back to lift another trophy. SSL get us back underway.
And interesting news there, like you reported there with the Atlanta Rovers. That puts them temporarily at top of the league.
Yeah, that's a massive, massive result. We'll get into it a little bit deeper during the week with the Center Circle podcast.
Yeah, we might be able to have an interview or two from some of the participants of these games, coaches, players, league officials, on our Center Circle podcast.
Diakite trying to work through that SSL defense, not able to do so.
Plenty of time for SSL to get back into this.
Up to Usman. Trying to go back to 39. 39's just not been up to form with everybody else since he just came on. He's only been on for a few minutes. But, you know, that's one of the things that we talk about from time to time is, you know, you've got to come in 60, 70 minutes into a match, and you've got to meet the same quickness and movement that the rest of your squad has. And it may take you a few minutes to do so.
Yeah, that can be the problem coming in so cold when everybody else is up to match speed. It can take a little while for you to get back up to it. Now, it's interesting here, the SSL player had kicked the ball away earlier, which he didn't need to do. But here we go.
Here comes McKeever. He's on the ball, trying to slot it.
Oh,
Nesma just getting involved, and it's going to be a goal kick. AR making the call on that. Nesma,
saying it
a
came
little
off
bit of worse
McKeever.
for wear because he took that right into the breadbasket.
And wind knocked out of him maybe a little bit there.
I think that they're calling it more out because of the back line more than it coming off of McKeever, because you could clearly see in it coming off of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, we had 2 SSL players down there. He's out of bounds, though, so I don't know.
Yeah, you see a substitute being requested for SSL. One of the players.
Yeah. Another leg injury.
Yeah, that was defending by all means necessary, and kind of a collision between Nesma, the defender, and McKeever, trying to see which defender that is.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to continue for
Yeah,
sure.
it looks like his day could be done. He is off the field. Coach Tomasi, he's quickly trying to get that substitution paper ready to go. And it's going to be at least 4, that'll be the 4th sub.
Sliding into the 80th minute now, so you got 10 minutes to go, plus stoppage.
Going to say it's probably going to be at least another 4 to 5 minutes of stoppage.
Yeah, I would suspect so.
A conversation going on between the officials and Coach Tomasi.
Not sure what the discussion is about. You think they would be ready? Got 2 SSL players warming up over there.
Then we have the one player
And
that's
here he comes.
running onto the field from getting his boots ready, getting his shirt ready.
A little bit odd sequence of events there. Okay, we're back and ready.
Cleared away by SSL. Tachi able to deflect that ball and gain possession for Kalonji, but he gives it right back to SSL. Here's an opportunity for SSL. What a step by Sandoval. Sumo elects to go back to Diaz. He's trying to go back to Sumo, and Sumo's just able to deflect it off of the SSL player to earn a throw for Kalonji Pro-Profile as they have a substitute ready to go. Looks like number 3's day is done for Kalonji.
He's very animated as he goes off, number
And
3.
then some. It's the most I've ever seen someone animated to be replaced. Number 28 comes on for Kalonji Pro-Profile. SSL trying to march their way through that midfield. Called the foul. First he called advantage, then he went ahead and called it back for
Yeah.
the foul.
Advantage didn't really materialize like I think he thought it would.
Our center official has been doing a sensational job back out there, keeping everybody in control. Christopher Haggerty. Lifted towards the box, but deflected by Kalonji.
Oh, nice intervention.
Sumo sends it forward, trying to get it to McKeever. Ochoa to Diaz. Now Sandoval. He goes back to Tachi. Good decision there by Sandoval. Back to Sandoval. He gives it over to Diakite. He's going to switch the play. over there, that right-hand side. Somehow gets over to McKeever. He gives it to Sandoval. Sandoval hits it. Saved by Nesma. Good opening of the body by Sandoval to have that shot on goal. McKeever, back heel, can't get it to Sandoval. Long ball sent from SSL to Usman. He heads it, but he heads it right into possession of Kalonji Pro-Profile. Diaz, now he has lots of space to move forward. Good step. Now it's over there on that right-hand side. Pauses, takes a shot, and he pulls it.
Just wide. But Kalonji look hungry for more here. And like I say, it's not only just winning, it's that goal difference that you got to work on.
Take a look at the replay here. You can see as he runs forward, he's got 30, 40 yards all by himself, delays it, and when he hits it, he just pulls it.
He's trying to thread it past the defender and the goalkeeper. Got
More
it just
substitutes for Kalonji, for SSL. Usman's day is done.
Fresh legs.
And it looks like it might be, I can't see who the second person was who was substituted. '85 minutes. Kalonji Pro-Profile with a 1-point lead right now, 4-3.
Time becoming a factor.
Oh, there's a mistake there. Sumo on the ball.
Yeah.
Hits it again with his right. That one goes in for a brace for Anthony Sumo.
Very bad mistake from the defender.
Horrible mistake by number 39. Gives it right to Sumo, and he says thank you, and look at how he puts it in the back of the net. Couple steps, moves it to his right, and he just slams it over Nesma.
Clean, nice finish from Sumo.
And it is now 5-3 as Kalonji Pro-Profile over SSL. They're starting to pull away.
Yeah, like I say, that that improves their goal difference too, and then it's going to be a factor later in the season. But a poor mistake from SSL there.
SSL need to get something moving in the right direction quickly as we're in the 87th minute now. Able to hold that ball off of Diaz. Long ball sent forward, but Henry able to control it. Kalonji needed a result today. They brought all of their heavy hitters into the squad today, and so far it's paying off. Good step by Diakite to Sandoval. Sandoval tries to go back to Irving, able to just get it to him, and Tachi now with possession. Diakite. He sends a long ball forward. Bit of a mistake there, and this gives, just not able to get there. Nesma.
He whiffed on the clearance.
SSL starting to make some mistakes.
A little bit frantic now. They're trying to pull themselves with a 2-goal deficit and only a couple of minutes left in regulation time. It's getting kind of frantic for them.
Good movement at Choa. He's going on the left-hand side. Good turn. Sent forward. Not able to get past Irving. Oh, that's a wonderful turn by SSL.
Oh,
here's a shot. Oh, and he just whiffs it. Too many players trying to work on that opportunity.
I would have liked to have seen him take that shot coming in from the left side, but he laid it off, and then it got ballooned over.
Take a look at this. Good turn. Hands it off, misses the pass,
Oh.
and as
He
runner comes on, he just takes
couldn't
way
control
too
it.
much of a stab at it.
Yeah, he came across and he couldn't just grab it, and then he stopped. And I think that threw off the attacker coming on. He just ballooned it over.
And it looks like Sumo's day is done.
Goes
2
off for the
goals for
brace.
him today.
Good work from Sumo today. A game worthy to be called a derby.
They definitely have given us excitement today, both of these two teams.
Still a bit to go, though.
That ball falls out of play. SSL will earn a throw.
Like it could get very interesting if SSL can score quickly here in the last few minutes.
SSL, here's an opportunity. Not able to release it with any type of power. Able to clear it out was Kalonji. We're coming into the 90th minute. We'll see
Oh,
what.
he's taking it off him.
There's going to be a foul
Foul.
issued. Let's see how many minutes of stoppage time the center official calls. Center official trying to get out of the way there. Ends up catching himself a little bit. Opportunity for SSL.
What is this? Yellow
A
card?
yellow card issued.
It's going to be a free kick at just outside, about 25 yards out.
It looks like that was number 8, Oyambo, who received that yellow card for SSL.
Well, an opportunity here as we slide into stoppage time now. And no one retrieved the ball.
Another 5 minutes of stoppage time that you see there on the screen. This is an opportunity for SSL. This ball is going to be about 25 yards.
They score here is going to be an interesting 5 minutes of stoppage.
It's going to
after
be
this.
all hands on deck for Kalonji if they do score. Those last 5 minutes is going to be fast and frantic.
Good crowd support here for both teams.
Number 39 looks to be taking this free kick for SSL. The center official just getting everybody together, making sure nobody's going for any advantages. Looks like a 4-man wall. 1 man laying down. You see this more often these days. Here we go. 6. Lifted over the box, out of play, be a corner for SSL.
Yeah, they need to go and get that ball right away.
That'll be their 3rd corner of the match. It'll be over here on this near side.
Time is not on their side.
This is going to be an outswinger. Lifted into the box, headed, and it's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, that might do it for their chances. I mean,
Yeah,
plenty of time left, but it's just they needed to score right away because they have to score 2 in order just to equalize. Trying to get a
center official
ball.
getting on the fans in attendance for holding on to the ball. It's kind of an interesting little ordeal since all the fans are for the same academy as both teams.
That might be somebody's relative.
Yeah. Henry gets us back underway, and Tachi sends it long to Sandoval. He heads it forward, but he can't get it past the defense. SSL, here's an opportunity. Shot taken. Oh!
Under the American gridiron goalpost.
That was a great try.
Boy, just a whisker away from being a fourth for SSL.
Take a look really quick if we can. You see here, as this ball is sent forward,
Good ball forward.
it gets past Irving.
Poor clearance.
He takes it, and he just
so
whisks
close.
it over. Now Sandoval and McKeever.
On the break.
McKeever's trying to get around the defense. He takes a shot, and it's a slightly deflected, and it's able to be picked up by Nesma.
A little urgency here. Got to get that ball down.
Kalonji just needs to see this match out.
Not sure that this is what SSL need right now. Got to get it forward like that.
Long ball forward, but able to clear that ball away.
Into the woods.
It's going to be a throw.
And
We're
without
entering
ball, boys,
into the 95th minute. Center official will probably add in a few more seconds because of these delays. Here comes ball sent in from the side. A yellow card is going to be issued. I'm not quite sure who gets the yellow on that one.
I think it was for the it was a kid who held on to the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how you issue that yellow card. Here comes Kalonji. They lose possession. Ochoa.
This is
SSL, and they just hospital pass. That was a hospital ball, and now gives Diakite time to run on this far side. He's able to get around three players. McKeever trying to get into the box.
Far side.
And he tries to take a shot as Diakite, and he scuffs it right off of the defender.
Seemed to hesitate there right at the end. I don't know if he was thinking about, should I go far post, near post?
And this is going to be taken short quickly to Sandoval. Sandoval gives it back up to Tachi. Tachi bounces it, deflects it off of the player. We'll take a quick look at that opportunity that Diakite had. He moved around three players, gets all the way in, takes a delay, and then it allows
good
that
defense.
streaking defender, number 25, to get back. SSL with possession. We're in the 97th minute. Time is very short for SSL.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough time for them. They might even be able to score one, but 2 is a lot to ask right now because we're.
Yeah. 1 would be bad enough. 2 is pretty much impossible at this point. And there's
There you go. Seems like it called it a little bit early, but.
Well, I mean, it had been past the 5 minutes of stoppage time. So we end the match 5-3, Kalonji Pro-Profile over SSL FC. A massive result for Kalonji as they continue their campaign for yet another title here in the Premier Division. This puts them in 3rd place, just steps behind Dalton United and Atlanta Rovers. Now, also do note the fact that, yes, Atlanta Rovers has 7 points, but one of those points is based upon a match that has only been played 45 minutes.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that, yeah.
That match still has to get played in its completion, Atlanta Rovers could find themselves with 2 more points, and they could find themselves losing a point as we see the completion of that match between Atlanta Rovers and Legends FC from week 1.
Yeah, that's true, because if Legends comes up and actually wins that game as they complete the second half, then you have to take that point away from the Atlanta Rovers. But there's still, I mean, it's a fantastic victory for Atlanta Rovers over Atlanta United Academy. And they're well and truly back into the division race now.
And like we said, the other match that happened today, Atlanta Rovers beating Atlanta United Academy 3-1. Here in just about 35 minutes, FC Birmingham versus Dalton United FC will kick off in Birmingham. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., Atlanta City FC takes on Legends FC. And then we will bring you at 4 o'clock back at Callaway Stadium, UMA FC versus Potros FC. Still a lot more action here in the Premier Division this weekend. With that being said, that is going to wind us down here at Charlie Jordan Field in Snellville, Georgia. For Andre Bomar, Krishna Bomar, I've been Larry Weaver. We say thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on the ASMG YouTube channel.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.